Immense grit, determination, drama, and countless hooks, jabs, and uppercuts. The third installment of the Creed movie series, and the ninth one in the Rocky series starring Sylvester Stallone, hit cinemas in March, and it's fair to say that it delivered some solid cinematography. Welcome to Galore Techs. Today, we will show you how the creators have taken a boxing movie and created an emotional roller coaster with stunning cinematography. Subscribe and stay tuned. Michael B. Jordan has returned this time around, not only as the lead, but has taken on the directional duties of this movie, making it his directional debut. Creed 3 also has the largest budget of the three movie series with $75 million, and, thanks to the already established fan base, it achieved $274 million at the box office, making it the 10th highest grossing movie of 2023. We don't get to see Sylvester Stallone in this one bucking up and training Donnie Creed, but he has contributed as one of the producers. Creed 3 has mostly received 88% positive reviews, so it's fair to say it has delivered a solid performance on the Hollywood scene. Now, the cinematography of this movie has been taken one step ahead of all other sports movies. Michael B. Jordan brought IMAX cameras into the action, and cameras like Sony Cinealta Venice and Panavision anamorphic formats made the best angles possible. Returning cinematographer Kramer Morgenthau, who had worked with Jordan on Fahrenheit 451 and then in Creed 2, had sensed his passion and interest for everything behind the cameras, and that's why he brought his filmmaker's curiosity and style into this movie by directing it himself. Now, if you're an anime fan, you might pick up on the anime-inspired elements in Creed 3. Why? Well, it turns out Michael Jordan is an avid fan of anime himself. He likes series like Megalobox, Naruto Shippuden, Hajime no Ippo, and Dragon Ball Z, and that's why we see camera angles that zoom in on the raw, visceral moments of boxing's violence. The rippling muscles and the impact of a jaw-cracking punch are all delivered in stunningly detailed visuals. Anime cartoons explore the inner thoughts of the protagonist and antagonist, and this approach is also clearly visible in the movie. One notable aspect is the use of Adonis vision, a technique that provides a subjective point of view from Adonis during the fights. This anime-inspired approach is showcased through hyper-real close-ups, adding intensity to all the scenes. To capture these moments, the cinematographers employed the high-speed capabilities of the Phantom Flex 4K camera, and by utilizing ultra-slow motion, they were able to analyze pivotal moments and offer a glimpse into the boxer's inner thoughts, which are then influenced by the introspective nature that is often seen in anime. The look of this movie was enhanced by a clever aspect ratio. During the dramatic moments outside the ring, we get an intimate glimpse into Donnie's and Dame's lives, framed in a 2.39:1 aspect ratio. However, when the matches kick off, the frame expands to an immersive 1.90:1 IMAX ratio. To capture the footage for both ratios, the team utilized Sony Venice cameras certified by the Filmed for IMAX program. These cameras proved to be versatile and impressive, offering excellent color science, 6K resolution, various frame rates, built-in ND filters, and an overall satisfying shooting experience. In terms of lenses, Panavision C and T series anamorphic lenses were chosen for the 2.39:1 footage, and on the other hand, Panavision VA spherical lenses perfectly complemented the IMAX's frame dimensions. The VA lenses delivered remarkable visual clarity and sharpness, perfectly capturing the grandeur of the 1.90:1 aspect ratio. Now let's look closely at the frenetic brawl between Dame and Felix Chavez, played by Jonathan Majors, and real-life boxer José Benavidez Jr., respectively. This scene was devised over a period of 4 weeks and included some serious stunts. Both the stunt and camera departments collaborated closely to bring out the struggles of the fighters on camera, unfolding in both corners. Michael and Kramer both wanted the fight to start off as fluid and controlled as possible, so they used Steadicam for that purpose. The Steadicam served them for the first 2 rounds of the fight, where we were able to see a stable frame and get that good feel. The team choreographed some oneers, which means a single shot scene that doesn't require any cutting for the first round, and that kept the viewers hooked. As the fight progresses to the 3rd round, the mood changes, and so does the picturization. The camera reflected this shift. A handheld camera was used with a combination of conventional on-the-shoulder Walter Klassen slingshot rigs, and for the intense scenes, a fighter mode setup was used. With the help of the slingshot rig, the crew cleverly utilized the increased camera height to their advantage. This allowed them to create the illusion of contact without actually hitting anyone, using smart angles and hiding techniques. The more violent movement was achieved with Fighter Mode V Raptor, held in front of Heathcote as he covered the clash between the fighters from behind the camera lens. For lighting effects, the creators took a bold step to break free from the usual flat and broad-lit approach of real boxing matches. They recognized that from an artistic standpoint, these fights could sometimes feel a little bit boring. So they decided to shake things up by incorporating heightened lighting techniques that would add depth and visual interest. To achieve this, the crew made different lighting choices for various venues, using character-driven attributes to guide their decisions. And despite scheduling constraints, they devised a single massive rig and programmed it accordingly for each setting. This allowed them to create the warm, vibrant ambiance of Donnie and Ricky Conlan's Cape Town fight, as well as the dramatic lighting for the fighters' entrances at the Crypto.com arena fight. During all the fights, they moved the Steadicam around the ring and used the dimmer board to fade out the front light from the truss. This technique gave the boxers a more sculpted and dynamic look. Cinematographer Morgenthau explained that their goal was to make the lighting feel like it had its own point of view, with shape and perspective. The result? A visually thrilling and immersive experience that elevates the artistry of the boxing matches in the whole movie. So let's not forget the huge $75 million budget for a sports movie. Doesn't it sound a little bit too much? Well, the money went into three major areas: actor salaries, locations, and surprisingly, CGI. That's right. CGI may not be a major player in typical sports movies, but it's used here for impact-based CGI shots. But the actor-turned-director Michael B. Jordan might have missed on some point in this matter, like the crowds that filled the stadium looked completely off. Everything beyond the first row was computer-generated and, to be honest, never really looked realistic. Some people have even compared the fighters and the crowds to an almost video game level. But most of all, CGI was used to enhance the fights and took inspiration from anime and kung fu films and offered a unique twist to the battle sequences. During fights, the action slows down, transcending the physical realm. And unlike the typical bloody and bruised fight scenes of other Rocky movies, Michael Jordan's approach focused on overpowering opponents mentally, and by seizing that advantage, the fighters secured victory without inflicting excessive damage. This was a major change from the Rocky franchise. Given Michael B. Jordan's immense amount of input in the movie, we can confirm that he will be returning to the big screen with more of the Creedverse. He hasn't said what exactly, but there is definitely going to be more of the storyline and the unique choice of film style. It's only a matter of time before we hear about the next video of the franchise. So which scene in Creed 3 stood out to you the most? Why was that? Tell us in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting Galore Techs videos. Thanks for watching.